morning.
Good afternoon.
Good evening. We have our guest over here.
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Chris. What's up, y'all?
You got Chris Hernandez.
In the building. Another homie.
Another homie.
Tell a little bit little background about yourself. Just what you do a little bit, here and there.
I'm a boy.
Oh, nice. Okay, so he goes by he, him.
Yeah, he.
Good to know. Let me jot that down.
He goes by him just because of the band. That's
Yeah, and I play music.
Plays good music. Not just music.
I try.
Yeah.
No, I try my best.
You want to plug your bands?
Well, right now I'm gonna plug the solo thing pretty much. It's Never Forgiven, and for now I do everything about that on my own. I record everything, but I'm trying to start a band to be able to take that live.
Yeah, we're in his. Is this your recording space right here? Like, yeah, we're in his recording space. Everything's in here. We got basses, got guitars, another bass, drum set. We got the whole shebang. It's a nice little house in the hills.
Yeah, I got too many fucking guitars in here.
Like,
some of them that aren't even visible. I have some in those fucking cases right there.
Oh shit.
Is it really too much?
I don't have a problem.
You see? The only problem is he doesn't have enough.
That's the problem.
That's the problem. He doesn't have
That's
enough.
the real problem.
The problem is I don't have enough money for more.
So if you want to donate,
yeah, maybe some neighbors will throw out some guitars. You'll be able to pick them up on the side.
That's like my fantasy right there.
Yeah.
Being able to roll up on a fucking yard sale one day and just seeing a whole bunch of guitars and gear. It's like, I'll give you $5 for all this.
yeah, okay.
He's like, it's free, dog.
I just want to get rid of it.
I just want to get rid of it. My dreams died years ago.
Why do
you think I'm up here?
That'd be the best feeling, huh? Like rolling up to a yard sale and finding stuff that you want, and the people selling don't know the value of it.
Yeah, that's why I go.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, you remember you used to go every Saturday, every Saturday.
I don't know if you guys go on Reddit very much, but I follow some of gear pages and shit like that, and they're always posting stuff like, oh, I just found this and I paid $3 for it, at a yard sale. And when you look it up online, that's a $300 thing.
And you're just mad.
Why doesn't it mean?
Yeah, why does that mean? But then you also think I didn't go to any garage sales, so
yeah. I wake up too late for that shit.
Yeah.
It's always in the morning.
I was thinking about it right now.
I used to get up at 6:30, 7 o'clock. So and then
I don't know how you guys do
everyone is already picking out the good stuff.
Yeah. I ain't woken up that early in school. School days, man.
Yeah, speaking of, that's how we all met. I remember fondly and mostly just of us walking around the gym.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Just talking about nonsense.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Yeah, when you reached out to me, I was telling my girl about that time. Those times when we used to walk around the gym and stuff. And,
we were just in our gear.
Yeah,
the stripes.
The stripes. Oh, yeah.
Have you mentioned those before?
To who?
To
the podcast? Nah, we didn't mention that. So there was this time we used to have this tattoo guy, and he would cut hair as well. And then I saw his razor, so I was like, what are they called? Clippers?
I don't know where this is going. I don't think I've ever heard this before.
Oh, no?
No? I saw his clippers there, and I'm like, And I was like, can I use this? He's like, yeah. And I just started shaving stripes in my legs because I have pretty thick fucking leg hair. So it would be very visible if I did that. So I did that. I looked like a fucking Dr. Seuss character. And then after I did it, Angel did it, who doesn't really have noticeable leg hair. But then Joey did it too.
Oh, you did?
Juan did it too. Yeah, all three of us were in the same PE class, right? Remember Joey? Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then we walked around and we all just had stripes in our legs. That shit was funny as fuck.
I don't remember his name, that fucking gym teacher, but he was all amused about that.
Oh, fucking
remember? Everybody.
Amador? No, that was the other guy.
He was the guy that was he had glasses.
The stocking
Oh,
boy.
the one
He was known for being strict or whatever, but for some reason he liked our group of people, like.
Yeah, I don't know. He was just kind of like there as a teacher. Like he didn't really tell me nothing.
He was like, nice solidarity, boys.
Yeah, basically
Team effort.
Yeah, I remember he would like run the mile.
Oh,
like,
that
with
one.
us. Yeah.
That's cool.
And then he didn't do it all the time.
Yeah.
But what he did, he was basically making sure like no one could be behind me when I run this mile. And I'm gonna run at a slow pace. So then he would run it, and then you have to be in front of him.
That's tight.
I just give my doctors know. I said,
Yeah.
I was out here. I collect the balls.
I would normally do that. I liked running back then. That shit was dope.
Before you know it, though, the fastest one was behind him because he was already on the second
Yeah.
lap.
Yeah. He's like, hurry up. He's like,
Man, slow down.
yeah, you hurry up. But yeah, I saw what's it called? Willy's Wonderland. It's a Nicolas Cage movie I saw last night. Bro, that shit's good. It's like one of those good bad movies. And Nicolas Cage has these boots that Chris Hernandez is wearing right now, and they do like a lot of the close-up shots to it. Like, like half that movie is those close-up little montage shots.
I'm guessing it was probably like an 80s or early 90s movie then, right? The
No,
montage.
it just came out, but it's inspired by like 80s movies. Yeah,
Oh,
it's like a slasher movie. It's basically Five Nights at Freddy's type shit. But like his character is like, I guess you could say it's one note. Like his whole premise is just like, I'm gonna do my job, and then I'm gonna like get my car fixed by the end. Like that's all I need to do, because these motherfuckers like spiked his car basically, like with the wheels, and it's just really good. Motherfucker kills. That's his whole being in this movie. He says nothing, not a single word.
For real?
Yeah, it's
Goddamn.
It's cool.
I'm out of the loop when it comes to new movies. I haven't, like, I never really look it up, you know?
Yeah, it came out like on Prime like months ago, and I think it just hit Hulu.
I have Hulu. I should look it up.
Oh, the songs on it, they smack. they got some good songs on there. They got fucking it's your birthday, so let's try to have fun. It's your birthday, and then like they make it all creepy and shit. Like that shit's dope.
I can't even imagine a Nicolas Cage movie with him not talking because
Exactly.
he's
Yeah.
overacting.
That sounds pretty tight, actually.
Yeah, because I bet you he has like crazy facial expressions the whole time on.
It's the
He's
same
like,
one. It's the same one.
Yeah, no, really, it's he does like have facial expressions, but like it's mostly just him just I'm just at work. Yeah, I'm just killing.
There's a number day.
No, yeah, it's funny because he doesn't kill anything until like it's a threat. It's
Hey
really
man, so
cool.
he's a good man.
Yeah, he's a good man,
He's trying
exactly.
to live.
And then he takes his breaks on time every time.
So,
Well, it's
funny.
fucking like there's these people dying, and he's like, ding ding ding. Oh, I gotta go break.
Outstanding citizen.
Yeah, it's fucking dope.
Can be on the clock, you know?
Yeah, exactly. That's what they said. So, you had questions?
Oh yeah, I just want to ask like inspirations and like your first instruments and stuff like that.
Like when I started playing and stuff.
Yeah, because I know you even in high school you were playing around with the guitar
Yeah.
and stuff, and I know you probably picked it up even at a younger age.
Yeah, I was, I mean, I wanted to play it since I was like 10 or something like that.
Yeah.
I had, I had a video game. I'm sure you guys probably remember this fucking Tony Hawk's Underground.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like the...
That's PS2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for Xbox.
Oh, that's
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm an original Xbox boy.
Original Xbox boy?
But that's it because I never got any of the other systems.
No, I get you.
I played
classy,
Yeah.
you know?
I played that original one until
The
it broke
360
down
was
on
pretty
me.
fucking sick, bro.
Like, oh.
Yeah, like 2 years ago it broke down on me and I haven't gotten anything else since.
Ah, bro. You could cop like new ones like at Goodwill and shit for $40.
Oh man, I have
Yeah,
to.
yeah, that's where I got mine. There's this other shop I know like for sure has them, but you know they're kind of up like on price over there.
Yeah.
So I'm like just
the
checking out
specialty
Goodwill.
stores gonna go up in price.
Yeah. Bro, I deadass asked like the store I was talking about. It's called Pixel Vault Games. It's in Ontario, and I was like, "Do you got like Guitar Hero controllers? I've been like having a craving for Guitar Hero."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Your best bet's gonna be eBay, dog." And I'm like, the fuck? He's like, yeah, that or a swap meet. And I'm like, yeah, I know that, but what the fuck? He's like, you're a specialty store. Like, why don't you go to the said swap meet and get it?
Hey, it's just he knows though.
Yeah,
He knows
yeah. I guess.
So yeah, I'm not that guy, but I know another guy that's that guy.
It's the same place where I got your
Godzilla?
Destroy Our Monsters. Yeah.
Ooh, I know.
Yeah.
I remember you took me there too. That shit was tight.
Yeah, they moved, but they're around the same area.
That's tight.
I always thought it was the funniest shit when like a store tells you to go to another, like a competing store or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I still do that at my new place that I'm working at. They always like, oh, I guess I'm gonna go to like so and so, and I'm like,
What, you mean the customer
go
says
ahead.
it?
Yeah, the customer says it. No, even if the customer doesn't say it, I'm like, yeah, you could just go down the street too.
Yeah,
Like,
they say that. I'm just like, I
go.
don't care.
Like,
Yeah.
that
'Cause
does
they-
nothing to me. It doesn't do a single damn thing to my life.
Like, they expect you to go, oh.
Yeah, like, don't, my boss is gonna get mad that I'm sending more people to other stores.
I'm like, nah,
Yeah,
go to
we need-
Spencer's,
yeah,
dog.
yeah. Oh yeah,
You heard the Hot Topic? I'm like,
Yeah.
nah, go to Spencer's. We don't got that.
Hey, bro, Spencer's on Hot Topic, like for band shirts and shit, or like even just like brands, like people trying to start up like shit. They've been getting more and more people to like be on their like websites and shit, and like they have them in store. There's this brand I follow called Get Lost Perv. He got his on both in those stores, and I think Morris Vetti, you know Andre from Sky's Ruin, his thing just got into Hot Topic. Yeah,
That's cool.
that's fucking crazy, bro. I mean, that's cool, but it's also fucking crazy. Like, just think about it, bro.
Now the shirts
You could like we could have
going free.
like, we could dead ass have shirts inside Hot Topic right now.
You gotta fit that.
You just gotta
aesthetic,
fucking do it.
Yeah.
Bro, that's easy as fuck. What the fuck? Just throw like a dinosaur and a rainbow on
I
there.
hated that aesthetic on Hot Topic when I worked there. I hated that
Just take some shirts and just like sneak them in between some of the piles.
Oh yeah.
shit. It's like, oh, this is
With a price tag.
I just tell my manager, like, hey, if this shit comes up, just tell me.
Yeah, just tell me about it, huh? Like, oh, it's not coming up on the system. It's not coming up on the system. Oh, let me help you out. We can only take cash for this one.
I was like, cool, yeah.
Hey, let me put this money in the register. Put it in your pocket.
Yeah.
So I have a nice
They're
day.
like, whatever. Yeah, fuck the system.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're hitting these hot topics.
Huh?
Bro, I was thinking like we need an energy brand to fucking like sponsor us, bro.
Why?
I remember Cody said bad coffee.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh yeah, bro. Because I have like all their merch, bro.
Yeah.
I recently broke one of their cups and I'm pretty sad about it.
I went there for the first time like
Was it
2
bad?
weeks ago. I got that wolf one. That
Oh, yeah.
$10 expensive ass one, but that shit was worth it.
Yeah,
was it really?
it was like super fucking caffeinated one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking fiend when it comes to coffee. Like,
I like the Great White more than I like the Wolf one.
I thought about getting it, but like I don't know, like I'm like a straight coffee guy usually.
Yeah.
You like that bitterness of it?
Oh yeah, that's why those ones, the Great White and the Wolf, like for them, like that's like the strongest that you're gonna get basically. So like, just preference for me is the Great White. I like the Wolf's name better than Great White, but Great White fucking wins it.
Yeah, I gotta go back there sometime.
Yeah. It's funny too, cause like I go to that place, right, and it's like, you know, super sugary and all that jazz, and like you drink the stuff and you're just like, I can't have this every day. And literally down the street, like not even 4 fucking stores down, there's an actual like cafe, like coffee place, like where you can get like coffee, and I've never been there. I keep like, we should go, but not today.
Yeah, when you got that other option.
Yeah,
just
you got
right
the
there.
other option right there.
Yeah.
Like it makes me think, and then Wendy's like maybe like people who evolve their taste go down there. So like they start at Rye Coffee all the time, but then they evolve and go there. Like
Yeah, for sure. And oh, you know what? I didn't even answer your question.
yeah,
That's
fuck you and your
uh,
questions, dog.
fuck you,
Yeah.
I'll hop over the table right now.
Yeah.
Pause this podcast.
So
Alright,
talking
then.
about video games, we ended up at coffee.
I know.
Oh, that's-
Isn't that how life works?
Tony Hawk, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, Tony
You
Hawk
heard some of the
Underground.
jams on there, and you were like, "Damn, this is tight."
Yeah, I mean, like I have other musicians that are in my family and stuff like that, and like, I guess even backtracking even before I was 10, I was like 7 years old, and a couple of my cousins went to go stay at my parents' house to help out. You know, like I picked up a lot of like frugal fancy because of my dad. He didn't want to pay to have people fix up the house, so he got my cousins to do it for free.
Nice. That's heritage. That's just in our blood, bro.
Sounds like my landlord.
Yeah.
Sends his son. Guess how my house is.
Motherfucker just goes to a store and buys the pesticides. He's like, I'll do it myself.
You're supposed to come fix the air conditioning. You looked at it. He was like, I'll come back tomorrow.
Just start smacking the AC. Damn, I guess you guys are right. It doesn't work.
Shit, I tried. I did the blind thing.
Shit, I tried. Shit, I tried.
And they brought their instruments and shit, but like they were cousins from two different aunts, but they were both together in a band. And one of them was a drummer, and the other one was a guitar player, and they were into punk. So like they showed me like a bunch of like Subhumans and Exploited and Addicts and shit like that.
Yeah.
So that was like the first time that I was into music for real. Like I was into punk. But
because I think like, sorry to cut you off, I feel like those are like the first songs that you hear that actually have a meaning to it. Like you listen to the mainstream songs like every day, and you're like, yeah, I get it. Like money, money, bitches, and having fun. And then you listen to them, and it's like, oh, like life is rough, life's hard. Like
I don't even know if I was really able to wrap my head around that. I mean, I was like, I was just 7. You know what I mean? But
oh
like,
shit! I didn't catch the age.
Yeah, I mean, I was just into the way that it sounded. You know what I mean? Like it was heavy and shit like that. So it's like they went back home after a while, and it's like I kind of forgot about it. But then that game had some of those songs in them. So like it like re-sparked it, and and then at that time also like they had like Kiss songs in there. So that was like the first band once I like really wanted to start playing that I got into. I wanted to play drums first, but those fucking things are expensive.
And a lot of space too to put them in. You don't have the space.
There's cumbersome.
So like then I just I was like I'll just switch over to guitar. So on my 11th birthday I got my guitar.
Oh, that's sick.
What guitar was it?
Black SG right there.
Oh, so you got an amp with it too?
Yeah.
Nice.
I got like a tiny little practice amp and stuff.
Oh yeah, I remember those. I remember there was like this place to teach like guitar and stuff. My brother wanted to do it, and they just kind of wanted to throw me into it just because he's already in it. And they had like a little section where they like had like the starter ones and the fucking guitars and shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll get the one that kind of looks like that one but red. And I didn't really play anything. I was just kind of in the class. But now I have a guitar and an amp. Yeah, that was me. And my brother's trying to learn like fucking Feel Good by Gorillaz and shit, and I'm just over here like ding 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 ding.
Just be in the background.
Yeah. I hit notes.
Oh man, yeah. It was difficult, like learning at first. Like, I mean, when I fucking started playing guitar first, I was like I was too scared to tune it, and I was too scared to even like put my fingers on the neck of it. I was just like strumming and hitting open notes,
Yeah.
Like I just, I didn't even want to like touch it because I was that scared of it first.
What were you scared of?
It sounded bad.
Oh,
that's true, dude.
Yeah, I thought you were scared of like the strings breaking or something.
A little bit, because I mean I didn't know how to restring it either. I think I kept the first strings on it for like 2 years or something like that.
Yeah. That sounds right.
That's how long did someone say tell you it's not supposed to sound like that?
You're like, I learned to play around it.
So that's pretty good. Teach me.
I mean, like the only way that I got more comfortable was there's at my middle school, like I went to Almeria.
Yeah.
And like they had like a music teacher there, and he had a guitar class, so he taught me how to do like the basic stuff, like all that, tuning and basic chords and stuff like that. So, that's how I really became more confident with playing in the first place.
Just learning the ins and outs and shit like that.
And I don't know, I just got obsessed with that. Like I remember I never got good grades in school and shit like that. So like my dad would take away my guitar and keep it in their room. When they used to be out of the house,
Oh.
Is that punk in you, huh?
My rebel yell.
That's another thing that we were talking about earlier too. Is the creativeness and like how creative people in school suck. And is this a fact like
it's not. It wasn't made for us.
What you mean, academics?
Yeah, academics. Yeah, because like creative people learn differently in certain ways. Like schools basically they teach the way that they can teach in a group. That can pay attention and shit.
Yeah, that's why I was really fucking terrible at it.
Yeah,
because the classes would be like 25, 30 kids, and then when I went to options, it was like 8, 9 kids. Yeah, 8 or 9 kids. Like the rooms are small, and like I started doing my work like that.
Yeah, because they can hone in on you and stuff.
Yeah, but then slowly but surely, the classes became 20 kids too, and I stopped paying attention. But yeah,
that sucks. But I was watching Jujutsu Kaisen today actually, and there's a scene with like this guy's mom, and she's like, he skipped school, and she's like, oh, it's fine. You don't have to go to school. School's basically like an aquarium, and you're a fish basically being forced to be in here, but there's a whole ocean out there that you don't know about. Yeah. So you could just go at your own pace. And then she's like, hey, that sounded pretty good. Hey, good job, me.
That's funny.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's how it happens. Sometimes you just say some smart shit, and you're like, yeah, that's good.
I mean, I could have done well throughout school if I would have really just cared about it. Like,
that's the thing. Like, you don't care about it. You care about the guitar and like the music aspect and everything else.
Remember, I was in gate and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
what's gate?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you
gifted and talented education.
No, what damn happened?
Yeah, it's like a gifted program.
I became ungifted. they stripped me away.
I don't know how to do math.
I got the maths. Yeah. I'm not like Giovanni anymore.
Just take it and put it somewhere else with the music stuff.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it is. Like, use your time somewhere else,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what it is. You just focus on something else.
Yeah, I mean, like my junior year of high school was like the worst I did. I think we used to have like 7 periods, right? 7 classes.
Yeah.
And I think I failed like 6 out of them. Like
that's gangster.
And then like I got like a D in the other one.
Yeah,
and
then they burning us out, bro. They added a whole extra period, a whole extra hour to a day. Like,
well, I mean, like the next year, senior year,
it was 6.
I just wanted to prove a point, and I was like, I can do this shit too. So I ended up having like all A's, and like I got like 1 B, and that was like that's the best I ever did in school.
That's conviction.
Yeah.
It's like I could have done it, and I kind of regret not doing it, but it just wasn't that interesting, really. I mean, I'm not really hurting all that much, you know what I mean? That because of it. I tried college, and I quit that shit too.
Same. Why?
You know what? It was like I ended up moving to LA around 2015 or 16, and I was going to ELAC out there.
What's ELAC?
It's the East LA College.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I was going between their 2 locations, one of them in Monroe Park and the other one in Southgate. And like I was taking the bus there, so a school day, I would go for 1 class, and it would take me like 6-7 hours to do it because of just all the back and forth, the traffic on the bus and all that.
Yeah, LA fucking sucks with traveling around there. Like, I don't know how people get from like point A to point B all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
it's just
insane. You just end up there.
Yeah, and it was just around that time too that I had started touring. So.
Oh yeah. Touring with.
Disaster. Yeah, and that was in December. It was right, like the tour was coming like a week or 2 before, like the semester was over, and I was just like, I can't do this anymore. You know what I mean? If I'm gonna try to tour and stuff like that, I can't.
You gotta focus on yourself sometimes. That shit'll burn you out.
Yeah, and I mean, since then I never went back to it. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't getting good grades anyway. So.
What made you start college in the first place?
Expectations.
Yeah.
Did you feel like you even learn anything over there? Like anything like of use?
Not really. It felt like high school part 2.
Yeah.
Part 2.
High school Shippuden.
I went to for like a quarter or 2.
Yeah, I went to Chafee also.
And I went to the ranch. Oh, you did?
Yeah, I went to the ranch.
That one's kind of sick though.
It looks nice.
Yeah, but it's still dead inside. The only part I like.
Next to there.
Yeah.
I feel the dead souls.
Yeah, it's because they're walking in there. They have to travel. The dead souls have to travel.
Yeah,
over there. It's just a fitting ground. No, but the only class I liked over there was my photography class, and it was only because it was something that pertained to me.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like those required classes were what sucked. It's like I thought I had put all
the high school days behind. The general education.
Yeah, like I wanted to go over to like study like music and do music composition. Like my original goal was to like go and do like movie scoring and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's nice.
Like they were like, we don't have anything like that here, and you gotta do math classes and all this stuff. And I'm like,
this is scary.
Why do colleges do that? Like they have like the essentials that you have to learn as well as the stuff that you actually want to learn.
At that point, I don't really know why it matters anymore.
Yeah. They're like, you gotta do English again, you gotta do math again, you gotta do like all this stuff again. It's like, why? I came here for this.
Super specific.
Yeah, I came here for this. Y'all just throwing extra shit so I could buy more books. Like,
I was working at that time. I had to, spend a few $100s for some shit that I failed at anyway.
Exactly.
I still have we're like 2.5 months, 3 months. I'm
gonna cut that out. Maybe the collections are gonna be like, damn, he said.
They listen to every podcast.
They're just like waiting. They're like,
is that why they keep
bro,
calling
they might as well because they call me every single damn day. They like.
You start calling me more.
That has, they have.
Like, we heard you're up.
They're like, we heard
you're
you're.
the river like you do a car.
Yeah. I just put like a dead corpse with my ID in it. Just throw it.
He's like, now I'm dead.
Yeah. They're like, what's this random corpse doing with this guy's ID?
Let's figure it out.
Maybe he killed it.
Guy who's just in jail for murder?
Yeah, I'm just like, well, at least I don't have to pay. No, you can get a job in jail and then you can pay it off in there. What?
15 years later, I'm out. So you got a job so you can pay back?
Yeah. You still owe $3,000. Oh, that interest will get you.
Oh, damn.
But
yeah, I only asked because he was thinking about college. So.
Yeah.
Oh, you dead ass work?
Yeah, I was thinking about it, but now I think I'm just gonna go to like a trade school and get a.
Oh yeah. That's the only good thing I've heard. Like if people go to like Renzer, he went to learn how to do that welding shit.
Yeah.
And now look at him.
Yeah, cause like
that stuff's practical.
It's practical, and you skip all the bullshit, man. You're just gonna learn what you want to learn.
Yeah, I mean that stuff never goes out of style. You're always gonna need, some type of job like that. Like, people are always gonna have, whether it's plumbing problems, electrical problems, or if it's at a factory and they need somebody to weld and shit like that.
100%. Even like Amazon and shit, they all go third party. So if you learn how to do like engineering shit, go through a third party, and you just fucking get paid like big money. Those motherfuckers get $20 an hour.
Even some engineering stuff and welding stuff, they pay for schooling when you sign up. If you don't know, they just pay for schooling right there.
Yeah, if you're at Amazon, you can apply like through Amazon to go to them, and they will train you like on the job.
I mean, it just makes sense too. Like out here to get those types of jobs, like like out here is different from LA. Like San Bernardino County is blue collar as fuck. So like trade school stuff pays off quite a bit more out here than it does, in other places around.
Yeah, that makes no sense. Because LA there is a lot more stuff in a smaller like community rather than us. Like we have a lot of stuff too, but it's not like
it's not as working class out there in comparison. Like out here, that's all it is, just warehouses and factories and industry.
And retail as fuck, bro.
This became warehouse country.
Wow.
Huh?
What about it?
It became warehouse country.
Oh yeah.
They sold it like we had a lot of open fields and stuff, and then they built a lot of.
They say, hey, we can put warehouses right
here.
Yeah,
they called the mayor Warehouse Warren.
Warehouse Warren?
Yeah, her name's Aquanetta Warren, and they just call her Warehouse Warren now because that's all she does is fucking build.
It's to the point where they're like
warehouses. There's warehouses next to like neighborhoods, like as if like these are basically like your resting cots, and this is like your place of work, and like your like that's basically what it is.
That's deep.
Yeah, it's worry free, dog.
Well, they've been they've been like buying people out to be able to like build those houses and open.
And there's another part to it too. Yeah, you have to buy the land.
Yeah, those houses like right in front of those houses right in front of Wayne Rubel. I'm pretty sure they've been trying to buy them out for years, and that's the only reason they haven't built shit over there.
What you mean, Wayne Rubel or those old houses right there?
Those 3 houses right in front of Wayne Rubel.
Yeah.
in front of Wayne Rubel? Oh yeah, off the side.
Yeah, there's only like 3 houses.
Because they all have those fields right there too.
I honestly hate those houses in front of Wayne Rubel because
the old and decrepit.
No, not those ones. I hate the new ones. You know.
Oh yeah, those ones too.
Yeah, because I walk everywhere. You know, so like I would be coming back from Gallo's house or walking on that road right there, and I had a clear fucking view straight to Wayne Rubel. And the handball courts and shit, I used to kick it in there.
Oh, yeah.
That shit was tight, man. And I just love looking there because it brings back good memories, right? But now all I see is houses. But on the flip side, I have my barber that lives around there, right? So when I go visit him or get a haircut or some stuff like that, because we all hang out and play Yu-Gi-Oh cards and stuff, there's this like I get off on the bus stop right there, so I'm right in front of all those houses, the rundown ones, and I have like a clear view of the mountains. It's still cool, but then I cross the street. And then, like, where this big-ass, just, like, whole field used to be is now just houses, right? But now it's, like, downhill houses, like, this long road, and I get to see, like, Harupa Hills and shit in the distance. It feels like I'm in, Sonic Adventure Battle. have you played that game?
I haven't played it.
Oh, damn. So, basically, like, the first opening stage is, like, Sonic going downhill in a city, and the song is, like, they have, like, actual lyrics and guitar and all that stuff is band music, so like the song's talking about escaping the city and like going downhill. So I feel like I'm in the Sonic game I used to play, and I'm like
a lot of those like 3D Sonic games have like full band.
Yeah,
like,
full band stuff.
Like,
yeah, it's tight.
Stuff going on.
And I feel like
and they go ham too. And
yeah,
you're like,
do.
they have no business going ham in this game, right?
Yeah, Sonic games in general, their music is amazing.
Gotta go fast.
Yeah.
Gotta go fast.
So when I'm right there and I'm looking down through like the whole city and the mountains and shit, it's like it makes up for not being able to see the handball courts no more.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, I miss some of those like empty, like views like that. Like, there was some empty spaces like near AB, like it's like if you walk south of there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
all those places.
Gated community houses.
The ones that are like $500,000. They're like literally $500,000 now.
Yeah, that shit just doesn't make sense. Like all the houses around it look completely different. It looks like
this side is disgusting, and this side's like peasants. Like,
I mean, honestly, for I don't know, for the sake of what the city is, like I kind of hope that some of that stays. You know, I hope they don't bulldoze all of it.
Yeah.
You know, because it just like the more new shit that they build, just like the more generic and
it gets.
What's even crazier is like those houses, they like may look like shit and everything, but they have like half an acre. They have like 0.25 acre. These houses that they just built, like you don't even have a yard.
Yeah, if they bulldoze,
they're right next to each other.
If they bulldoze that stuff, you know, and like they buy the other properties around it and level them, like all that land for each house is gonna become shrunken for everybody.
Like minuscule.
Yeah, I mean that type of stuff was happening in Alhambra. You know, like I lived there for a little while, and like they would tear down old houses and stuff like that, and just build apartment complexes in their place.
Yeah.
They did that. I mean, they're doing that right now in Rialto. They're finally buying up those lots, and they're building them now. I'm just saying, it's akin to Fontana. So essentially, I feel like it's gonna be the same thing. Because in Fontana they started building, and it was like 350,000, but now it's like to the 400Ks up. And right now,
stuff just pushes out the people that have been there for a while.
Yeah, a long while. Because now they could sell their house like at the same fucking price as these new houses, so they sell it and then they just move on to somewhere else.
My old apartments on Mango, right next door. Yeah. Right next door there used to be like this house. It used to be this house. It used to be sick. It'd be like it was like walk wall type shit.
Oh, with all the trees and the huge lawn. Yeah. They had like 3 houses in there.
Yeah. They took that down for an apartment, and then right across the street there used to be this house that had like a good amount of land, and it looked old, but they took that down too, and then built more apartments right across the street from more apartments.
When they took those houses out next to Mango, I remember it was like a big open field now.
Yeah.
And it was funny because Mango's is like just like this whole big chunk, right?
Yeah.
And then it's that house, and then it's like this other set of apartments whose layout is really weird. It's like an L shape.
Yeah, it's really.
So like
all those apartments around the area just like look like the very first house you make in Sims or some shit.
Yeah. And so once the house got taken down, it was just like this whole ass big ass empty space right there. I remember walking all the way to the back of it just to be like, whoa.
There was houses here.
Yeah, love. And then like, yeah, they took a while, but yeah, they built that new apartment complex there. And then across the street from Mango's, they have like a new set of houses there too, like a little cul-de-sac and stuff. It's kind of weird. It's like jarring, you know.
I mean, the more that you put stuff up like that, whether it's, you know, generic apartment complexes or whether it's like, you know, structures or rows of houses that all look the same, I feel like you're kind of taking away like the uniqueness or like the soul from like the, you know, like the area
and stuff.
Yeah. Because you're adding these new members to the community as well, but you're also like taking away opportunities for them to see what we saw.
Yeah. That's why I kind of liked his the last album he did. What was it?
Yeah.
Fontana.
Yeah, I was gonna plug it in too. Yeah, we think alike, bro.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like we've been talking a lot about Fontana right now.
Yeah.
And that's because we all fucking grew up there and everything, and also you have an album named Fontana.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I mean, you know, I was in North Dakota when I was writing that and recording it. I moved out there, you know, to be with my girl, and then, you know, it's like in that year that I was out there, you know, I came back over here, like this place changed quite a lot.
Yeah.
And it's still changing.
Yeah, yeah, it's changing fucking fast, man.
Yeah, like the songs in the Fontana album, like reminds me of old Fontana, like this dry heat, this like Western kind of style.
Would you say like
trying to hustle and grind to get home?
Yeah.
That's sick.
But would you say like you were homesick when you were writing that, or?
Oh hell yeah, man! I was really, really homesick. When I was out there, you know, like when it's wintertime out there, it gets so cold that you have to stay inside all the time.
Damn.
Like it gets into like -20, like consistently out there during the wintertime. At some points, it even goes to like -40.
Damn.
Yeah.
Fucking
like, yeah, like you can't be out there for more than like a minute or two to run to the car, you know.
We're complaining about the heat, bro.
I'm telling you, dog. Just
Either extreme sucks.
Yeah.
You know, like there's nowhere that you can go where it's gonna be perfect weather. It seems like
Either it's hot as balls, or it's cold and your balls just kind of. Like I want the balls to be normal.
I want
I don't want
sag.
Yeah, I
don't want too much
yeah, I
sag.
don't want.
I need the average.
That's how the caveman used to tell the temperatures. Their ball.
I woke up like that was hot today.
You sound like the girl from fucking the girl from the Hot Chick. Nah.
Which one?
No, the girl from I forget. No, Mean Girls.
Mean Girls.
Yeah, when she's like, she touches her tit and she's like, it's raining outside.
It's already raining?
Yeah. Hey, Gallo, how hot is it outside? Oh, let me check.
Yeah, let me check.
It's by 120 outside.
Yeah, I get that too.
Yeah.
Pretty accurate.
But yeah, bro, that Fontana album did hit. Why no merch for the album? I was like, I gotta have another shirt, bro.
Oh man, well I mean I don't really care about that anymore or anything like that, but like you know it didn't do that great.
The Never Forgiven one.
Yeah, like the album. I mean.
Oh no.
Oh really?
Yeah, I mean I've given away quite a few copies. I'm gonna give you guys some too.
Ooh.
But like I didn't sell them for shit, and then on top of that, it's just like I don't know. It's just weird timing, I guess. You know.
I get you.
Like right now, I think is a better time. I mean, I've been working on a second one. You know.
Mm-hmm. A lot of creatives really went ham on 2020 because of the fact we're all locked in.
Yeah, I mean.
It wasn't really locked in for all of us, but.
He was always playing though. He was always like grinding and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's you know, a lot of people didn't even realize that it's a concept album. It's a story from beginning to end.
Yeah, I get you.
And you know, like I mean, the main part of it is reminiscing about Fontana and stuff like that, but you know, a big section of it is also like talking about Enrique.
Okay, yeah.
What song you think resonates the most with Enrique? R&B.
Probably like the later half of the whole album, really. You know, like all that stuff was pretty much just talking about how I felt about him. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys know.
Yeah.
He passed away.
Yeah. We've mentioned it a few times on the podcast.
Yeah,
actually,
because we talk a lot about him.
Yeah, he really was like I didn't think about it, but he really was like a big part of our youth.
Yeah.
I would say.
I mean, it was like not too long, before it was like the same year that I left here. You know what I mean? When all that stuff happened. And,
yeah.
I mean, even to this day, like it still fucks me up quite a bit. Like me and him are pretty fucking close.
Yeah.
And it's like I make certain references to it and stuff like that. Like me and him used to hang out at that park near Tracy's house, right down the street from where he lived.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
On Locust?
Yeah,
Oh,
Locust.
cut that out.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, we can cut
Oh
that
yeah,
out.
put it in.
Cut me up. Say
Yeah. Cut this out. Me saying cut this out.
And it's like after all that stuff went down, just having to drive past there when I was going to work and stuff like that, having to reminisce about all the times that we had there and shit, just all over the place, not just there, but other locations throughout.
He's really adventurous. He would want to take you on adventures too. Like he's the reason why I started going to gigs and stuff because he took me to my first gig.
We would he would walk like.
I mean, same here.
Like we would say that we would walk, but this motherfucker be walking walking.
I think
living on the streets.
With a Scott gig, and we're walking to Tracy's house to pick her up because we're gonna walk to his house for his mom to take us.
Yeah.
And on the way to Tracy's house, he was teaching me how to skate, so I'm on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, yeah, you're doing pretty good, Angel. And we were just skating together on the sidewalk and shit. And I was like,
yeah. I remember, no, it's because I'm pretty sure you were working at the barbershop, right? And I used to live on
Cypress. Great times.
Yeah, I used to live on Cypress, and I lived almost a block away from the fucking Metrolink, right? Mm-hmm. And then Enrique hits me up and he's like, hey, let's go hang out with Angel. He's working right now. I was like, all right. He's like, I'm right by your house. And I was like, oh, cool. So we meet up, and then we're walking through the catwalk near the Lewis Library. Mm-hmm. And I was listening to music in my earphones, and then I'm all jamming out and shit. And then he's all like, what are you listening to? And I give him the earphone, and he's like, the fuck, this is Mega Man music. And I was like, yeah, man. I was like, I imagine the little things are drums, and this shit's guitar, and that's the bass. And he's like, yeah, damn, you're a different kind now. Even you're a different kind. That shit was funny.
Yeah. He would always try to rag on people.
Yeah, it was cool.
In a real playful way.
Yeah, because I met him in 8th grade at Alder, right? And it's just he would make fun of you or make fun of anybody, but it's once you're his friend, you're his fucking friend, and he's ride or die for you, pretty much.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, in all the time that I knew him, we only argued one time.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't even think of any arguments. No.
I can't think of any arguments in 8th grade, not at all. We were close. We were really close because we had in Alder, because I know in Wayne Rubel and other middle schools, all your periods are different teachers, right? Yeah. In Alder, you would have the same teacher for English and history, yeah, and then you'd have the same teacher for math and science, right? So me and Enrique had the same 4 teachers, or the same 4 classes together, and we were me and him were the only kids with long hair and stuff in those classes and shit. So we'd just be fucking around. And one of his favorite memories of me, he would tell me, was that in my English class, my math class, my teacher didn't like me, and I was always talking and doing stupid shit. So he had a bunch of computers off to the side, right? So he tells me, Ivan, go sit at the computer, and I'm like, all right. And then next thing you know, he's yelling at me again because I turned the computer on and started fucking with it. And Enrique would always he laughed his ass off during that moment, and then he would always tell me, damn, Ivan, I remember when you freaking got kicked to the computer and started fucking with it. And I'm like, yeah. And then my favorite memory of him from English class, we had a cool ass teacher who was an army vet and stuff, and it's it's the same group of kids from each class, right? So our math teacher, it's he didn't know how to fucking command the classroom. So we were all pretty loud, especially because of me, because I kind of just take the energy and disperse it to everybody like Naruto and shit. Yeah. And so people start acting up.
Bro.
Yeah, and then
you just feel animosity and shit.
Yeah.
Growing and shit, what the fuck?
Yeah. We gotta act up, or else Ivan's gonna act up even more.
I was just riot!
Yeah, riot.
But then we go to our English class, and then our fucking teacher, he just knew how to command respect, and so no one was fucking around in that class, not even me. And we're all just did our work and he would allow us to have like that time to fuck around and shit because, you know, we did our shit. But yeah, so Enrique sat in front of me in that class, and then me and him would always just be like headbanging at any moment, and he would windmill, and he was windmilling one day, and he went too low, and he hit his head hella hard on the desk. And that shit had me dying. I was like, he was like, oh fuck.
You were talking about that too.
You guys talked about that a lot.
Because that was my favorite memory of him, because that shit was just so funny to me, because like I would just be like, damn bro, sometimes you just got a headbang, and then Enrique is like, yeah, let's go. Boom. I think I don't know, you know how you watch SpongeBob, right?
Yeah.
So you know how like
Fuck yeah.
Who the fuck does not watch SpongeBob?
Not real, all the time.
the fucking boating school episode where Patrick goes, and then they're like laughing hella hard because of 24, and then SpongeBob starts banging his head on the desk. So like I don't know what happened before, or this probably happened it probably happened afterward, but it was me.
I think it was afterward because I don't think Enrique was there.
Yeah, it was me, Joey, Gallo, and I don't know if Angel was there, but it was like a group of us and this kid that we knew named Jose, right, from our apartments. And he bought Joey food, and then we were just fucking around at the Taco Bell, right? And then I probably thought about Enrique hitting his head on the desk, and I thought about SpongeBob laughing so hard that he banged his head on the desk. So I made a joke, and it was kind of funny, and then we're all laughing, and then I just started banging my head hella hard on the fucking table of the Taco Bell. And then Jose was like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I was like, I just played it off. Yeah, I just played it off.
He said the shit fucking hurts.
Yeah, this shit fucking hurts, but I gotta commit.
Yeah.
That's conviction.
That's conviction, yeah. I didn't be like, oh, it hurt, but no, I was like,
he just got back up.
I just got back up with a smile on my face.
Yeah, like as if that was a normal thing. Yeah, that's Ivy.
I have kind of a little bit of a story about him hitting his head also.
Oh yeah.
I was at a show with him. I don't know if you guys remember, there was like this house that they used to throw gigs at all the time that had like it had like the main house in the front, and then it had like a small little thing, I think, on the side of it, and then like a dirt backyard, and I think it had like even like a horse stable or some shit. Do you remember this?
I think so.
Is it
Did
the
it
one
have
that's like
Butthurt
next
Festival?
to the freeway?
Oh yeah,
It was like on Cherry or
that
some
sold hot
shit?
dogs, or the one that sold hamburgers but didn't sold hot dogs.
Cheeseburger Festival?
Oh yeah.
I don't remember. I don't remember any specific shows that they had there either. I just remember it was like near the courthouse or something like that.
Because I remember going to the same house a couple of times.
Yeah, they had a few shows there. They would always get shut down like at 11. Like without fail, it would at 11 it would get shut down.
Damn.
Then it's not the one I'm thinking about. Because the one I'm thinking about like is like since it was right next to a freeway, I'm pretty sure no one complained about fucking noise.
Yeah, I think the one you're thinking about was in Bloomington, where they had like metal shows there.
I went to one in Bloomington.
Amanda, I think, or something. That was the girl.
No, I think it was still Fontana because it was like right next to the 10 freeway, close to like the racetrack.
That's not the one though.
That's not the one.
No, the one that I'm thinking about is like I don't know if I could say street names or it was. I think it was off Locust.
I mean, this is
like way south.
Oh yeah, I get you.
Anyway, they were selling food there. They were selling nachos, and Enrique was fucked up, and he was like, "Dude, come with me. Like, I'm gonna go get some nachos." And I was like, "Okay." So we go in there, and he buys his stuff, and he sits down inside, right? Like he's like eating these nachos. He's just like full on like palming these nachos. He's like stuffing them into his face. And he's got like nacho cheese all over his hair. And he's like trying to like wrestle his hair out of his face while he's eating.
Oh yeah,
these.
his motherfucker always did that shit.
And since he didn't have napkins or anything, he's just got nacho cheese in his hair. And he tries to do like a hair flip, and he just goes, bah, because he's like, he like hits the back of his head on the wall. Like I went over to get napkins. I remember cleaning him up. I was like, come here, man. Like,
That sounds like the most Enrique thing ever.
Like I had to like clean all the cheese off of his hair because he was just like he was still like eating them. He was like, while I was like cleaning his hair.
That's funny.
Like when all of them got drunk, I was like their babysitter for the night.
Yeah,
so, like,
Mommy Hernandez.
Exactly, man. And I mean, I got another story too. we were wanting to go to this gig, and it was during summer vacation. And I don't know if you guys know that fucking church that's on Mango. They have like
the bell
festival
tower
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it has like a bell tower. I don't think
it has like the kindergarten shit and all that shit.
Yeah, it's got the school next to it. So my dad was like, "You guys want to go there?" And I was like, "Okay, like drop us off there." And like he dropped us off there, and then Tracy, and then we all met up right there within the next 5 minutes or so.
I feel like I saw you guys like at one time on one of those.
It must have been that day. Yeah. We walked to the gig, which was like 2-3 miles away.
Oh, yeah.
We walked there. We get there and we pay, to get in or whatever. We're there for like 5 minutes, and my dad called me and he's like, "I'm gonna go pick you guys up."
I already knew like some shit's gonna happen where you're gonna pay and immediately leave.
Yeah, we were in like,
that's how gigs were, bro.
Yeah, we were there for like, he went into the pit for like a few minutes, and I'm like, "Fuck, we gotta go, man." So his mom goes over and takes, like he calls her up and she comes in the clutch and she like, picks us up and takes us back. But like Tracy stays there. But when I got out of the gig, for some reason I had blood all over my arms.
Yeah,
like,
that's just metal, bro.
Cut or anything. Like I didn't get cut. I don't know where it came
That's
from.
metal, dog.
That's just metal as fuck, bro. Sometimes it just happens.
That's some Hellraiser
You're
shit
really
like
fucking shit up in the pit, huh?
I wasn't even in it. I was just standing there.
And he has like heads and stuff. He's like, alright, let's go.
It was that ruthless, man.
You know what else is ruthless? The sad.
Oh.
fuck.
I have a lot of stories too.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy.
Well, I mean, I got like one last thing
All right, go
to
for
say
it.
about it. I probably wouldn't have gone through all these experiences that I've had, if it weren't for him.
Yeah.
Like at that time in high school, like me and him were really into like black metal and stuff like that. But at that time, I could never totally really get into Vaster.
Mm-hmm.
And he's the one that introduced me to that band, and he pushed me even after I told him I didn't like it to listen to it.
That's how it was with
With everything.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just him.
And when he liked it, he really liked it. And it's like I kept giving it a chance, and then one day it clicked, and it's like I ended up joining that band and stuff like that, and touring with them and everything. So it's like, I wouldn't be where I am right now, and I probably wouldn't have anywhere near the same life that I do now if it wasn't for him.
It's like he's still kind of with you, just still guiding you and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's crazy too, cause like
Situations.
first of all, we're back from the ad, but also it's crazy too, cause like I look at you like joining these bands and stuff, and like actually like putting out music, and it's really is an inspiration, and it's crazy how like some person's inspiration happens because of other people, like other people push them to do things, and then that guy pushes you to do things, and like it's a chain.
It's a chain reaction.
It's a chain reaction of positive energy.
I like that full circle aspect of it though, like him egging you on to listen to the band and then you eventually join it. That's fucking tight.
Yeah,
That's some movie shit.
Yeah.
You were still in high school, huh? Like senior year when you said you were about to?
You know what? I was talking to Scott about about joining at that time, but I was pretty young still.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really actually join until I was like already in college, like the year after we graduated.
Okay.
Or the year we graduated actually.
Mm-hmm.
He had gone to live somewhere else, but he came back to LA, and then once he did, he invited me out, and that's when we started playing together. I didn't even join Zaster to begin with. I had joined the project that he had started after he had killed it the first time. It was called Nocturnal Poisoning. And it was only until after a couple of years of being in that he went back to that name.
Oh, is it Zaster?
Yeah.
I can picture the broken branch art of that name too, Nocturnal Poisoning. Like, you can't even decipher it. You're like, that's an N. I know that.
I mean, that was like the acoustic thing. So it's like, he was trying to make a point not to make it so black metal looking.
Okay.
But it was. I mean, I think he has the right to use Disaster name. A lot of people are like, don't use it because it's not black metal anymore, but Like, you know, I don't really think that matters a whole lot. You know,
It's like it's him, huh?
It's him.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, do you ever feel like you're in this band and you feel like locked into like a genre, like, or like, do you guys feel like you can never like break out of this certain like void just because you started off like as a certain genre?
I mean, at this point, you know, like his acoustic stuff has been around for almost the same amount of time that he's been doing the black metal shit. You know, like his, you know, that name has been around about 20 years now, and half of that's been the acoustic stuff since like 2010. So, you know, I think it's only a matter of time. I mean, a lot of people have been coming around to it, you know, in the last few years. You know, like there was kind of a lot of backlash about it at first, but I think some people are warming up to it, and the ones that don't, you know, it's like
this is just the way it is now.
Yeah, it's whatever. You know what I mean? Like they don't have to listen to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't see the vision. That's cool.
It's like,
it's cool.
because I'm thinking about like how like music has progressed in like, you know, the SoundCloud way and everything, where you could release music as a singular person, and just kind of have like people as features. Like they're not even bands anymore. So if you ever want to collab with somebody, it's always like a feature, like somebody like Travis Barker. This guy's like a drummer, and he's like has 1,000 collabs with these people who aren't even like alt rock or whatever.
I also think it's easier to mix genres in rap though.
Oh, that's true.
Definitely.
Yeah,
That's definitely
because I think like in like rock, metal and stuff, cause like it's really like tunnel vision to not to the bands, but like the fans kind of.
It doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
That's just a box that people put themselves in.
Exactly.
I feel that,
You know, like a lot of those types of things. It's like any genre can be pretty fluid if you actually put some
time into it,
and if you know aren't
Just
aren't
choose-
afraid
Mhm.
of
Yeah.
what people are gonna think.
If you want to write a pop song, but you're in a rock band, do it, bro. Fuck it. if you want, just do normal poetry reading, no music in the background, do it. Like
one thing I hear nowadays is people ragging on bands like Slipknot and Disturbed and stuff like that, and they say, "Oh, new metal killed metal" or some shit like that. It was like a necessary evil, and I don't like that they say that, because a lot of new rappers nowadays that are coming up, especially with a more hardcore sound, they do good shit and they get credited for being, you know, a more metal inspired, right? And then when you ask them what kind of like inspirations they have, they say Slipknot, they say those bands, because like they grew up listening to those bands, so they draw inspiration from it. And it's just like you're giving them credit for the kind of sound that they're bringing to the table now, but you want to discredit their inspiration. Like, it doesn't make sense.
I mean, on top of that, though, there were a lot of bands that came out after those, you know, Disturbed and Slipknot and all that. It's not like it just like completely stopped after they came out.
Yeah.
I mean, Slipknot's been around since the 90s. You know what I mean? Like, there's been metal bands that come out since then. You know?
And it's kind of crazy, like, to think about right now, like, how they kind of fell off. Like, no new music's coming from, like, new metal kind of in general.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't heard anything, really.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel like, I don't know about metal specifically, but more rock influenced stuff is starting to kind of...
Oh, yeah, that's definitely,
yeah.
that's definitely. But I mean, like, new metal, like, just, like, the genre, like new Slipknot people. Like a band that's, like, oh, yeah, we're as bad as Slipknot, so we're gonna sound like Slipknot. Like, I don't hear those. I just hear kind of, like, the...
There's a lot of people kind of, like, giving a resurgence to, like, you know, the whole Fred Durst and Limp Bizkit stuff, though.
Oh, yeah. It's fun. Yeah. I hear, like, Blink-182 inspired shit.
Like, he's kind of becoming, like, a bit of his own, like, it's like, you know, in retrospective, I think people are starting to, like, kind of, like, look at him and be like, hey, like, this guy wasn't so bad. You know, this guy wasn't as bad as we made him out to be.
Yeah.
Because also in high school,
people
like,
who secretly listen to
you just
Coldplay.
talk shit in high school. You just talk shit in high school.
Yeah, that's true. No, I feel
Yeah.
like that's not even it. Like, that just you talk shit on the genre
Yeah.
because you know about it.
Other people's opinions bouncing off of you and stuff.
That's what it is. That's
Yeah.
fucking. What'd you say, Jordan Peterson?
Yeah.
Being authentic.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
You know, it's like, even if, you know, I'm still not necessarily a fan of Limp Bizkit or anything like that, but what I do have instead, if it's not being a fan or liking the music, it's respect. I have respect for what, you know, what they did. Like, that dude is a lot smarter than people would give him credit for.
Yeah, I get you. Especially since, like, he's known, you know?
Yeah. I mean, you know, if he wasn't smart, he wouldn't be anywhere near as known
Yeah, he wouldn't be Limp Bizkit and he wouldn't be making fun of him. Like, he actually wasn't shit.
Yeah, I mean, it was calculated, I think. You know what I mean? I think he took those hits on purpose. But, I mean, he's still just as relevant now as he ever was, I think.
I would like to be as famous for people to make fun of us.
Want to be infamous?
Yeah, we are. Yeah. Oh, yeah, infamous. That's true. Yeah, we are the fools. I don't think I opened it with that. Hey, welcome to the Fools Podcast.
You know, with criticism and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know if you guys. I mean, have you guys gotten a lot of feedback about stuff or anything?
Oh, we got a few feedback, and it feels good that people are listening. When we started, people from like middle school and stuff would hit me up, and I'm like, holy shit, like, this fucking rando from middle school who I doubt even like thought about me like daily was just like, hey, I listen to your podcast. And I'm like, holy shit, like, yeah, me and my friends just talked for like 2 hours and you listen to that for 2 hours. Like,
you guys got any like random like shit talking from random people over the internet yet?
Not yet. Not yet.
I expect it soon though.
Yeah, I would like to hear some shit talk.
I'd say around episode 20.
Yeah. Hey, that's soon. That's coming up.
Yeah.
Over time, you know, like I don't know if you know, if you guys do end up getting that one day, it's like, I mean, it's inevitable, I guess, if you're putting yourself out there. It hurts at first, but you start really not to care after a while.
Oh, especially since we're having our own opinions out there. There's 100% somebody who has like there's 100% a person that doesn't have our opinions, and that's fine. Like, I don't think that's gonna hurt me if I start seeing those comments. Like the YouTubers get them 1,000 like to a point where they're not even talking about them. They're talking about people who are on like whatever fucking video they made. Like their mom could be on the on their video, and people can make fun of the mom or whatever. It's like who are you to me? All you are is a negative energy that I don't want in my life. So it's easy to just kind of like push it aside.
It's kind of funny, you know. Like, I mean, you go on any random, you know, like video of like, you know, like disaster stuff, for instance, just because it has a lot more viewership and stuff like that when things are posted, and you know, somebody says like, I don't like the vocals or something like that. You know what I mean? It's like, because some people are pretty ruthless with that sometimes.
It's like, what's your IP address?
No, all you send back is their IP address, and then it says comment deleted.
I mean, it's tempting to respond, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I get you.
It's so fucking tempting sometimes, but at the same time, it's like, you know...
Yeah, you're feeding into it.
It doesn't solve anything, and then on top of that, it's like...
You're throwing chum in the water for more sharks, bro.
Yeah, like you don't think it's any good, but I think I'm the shit, so whatever.
Yeah, you're the shit, bro.
The closest thing I've experienced to that was back in like 2015 maybe. I have my Instagram page, right? And then I used to post a shit ton of my toy pictures on there. That was before my collection was huge and stuff. But I had like these, I was collecting Legos at the time. And I had like a Darth Maul Lego minifigure going up against a minifigure that's supposed to represent me. It's called a mock. And I had them battling out with their little lightsabers and stuff. And then, you know, I posted tons of toy pictures and no one ever comments or says anything, right? Some random ass fool says, "This is gay." And I don't know who he is, and I'm just like, it fucking stuck in my head like the whole. I never replied to him or anything like that, but it just pissed me off. I was like, how's this gay, bro? Tell me.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? What's so gay about?
What made it gay?
Yeah, I'm like, I was mad, and then like after dwelling on that shit for like 5 hours, I was just like, why am I so mad about this? And so I just didn't say anything, and I was like,
I probably wasn't even thinking about it anymore. Motherfucker said it and then fucking like carried on his life.
It's just like, this is gay. This is scrolling, that's gay.
Yeah, that's gay too. Oh yeah, you just go to a bunch of pictures.
Someone else's, that's gay too. That's gay too.
The person's like, what else was gay? What do you mean two?
What do you mean I'm in someone's room? What the hell?
You know, sometimes it could be, you know, discouraging when you get stuff like that, but you know, it's like you have to believe in yourself even when nobody else does sometimes. Because if you keep at it, you just continue to improve, you know? Like, you take a look back at stuff that you did years ago, if you've been doing it consistently, and, you know, you appreciate, like, that journey more. Especially if you know that you've improved all this time, and it's like, you look back and you just know that didn't bother me, and I'm glad that it didn't now.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's because, like I said, I had a bunch of toy pictures, right? But you know, there's a toy community and stuff, and they post really good pictures. They have good lighting, they have special effects sometimes, all this stuff, and like they have good backgrounds. They know how to hide. They'll either hide their stands that they're using to prop the figures up, or some people use graphic design and edit it out or something like that. And my pictures were like, honestly, the lighting was bad, terrible. I didn't have good backgrounds. I didn't have shit. And so I got discouraged, and I was like, and also because like it's also my main Instagram page, so people are gonna talk shit anyways. Or not like on Instagram, they're gonna say it in my face, kind of. Like I had a girlfriend, and then this other girl was like, "Oh, I looked at your boyfriend's page. He just posted a bunch of fucking toys." And she's like, "Why are you going out with him?" I'm like, "Oh, fuck." That kind of got to me. So
this jumper?
Nah. So I was like, you know what? Who really cares about these fucking figures? I just took most of my figure pictures down, most of them, and then but then over time, cause I was thinking like, well, I'm not getting any credit for this shit. I'm not like, no one's going like, oh, this shit's tight, and it's like, I'm not as good as the actual toy photographers, so I might as well just delete this shit, right? So I did, but then like a few years later, I made like my own account for my figures, for pictures and shit, and I was thinking like, well, I still don't have the good backgrounds, right? So I don't know what I'm gonna do. But then there was this one account called Raspberry Chainsaw, and he has like really funny pictures, and his backgrounds are all white. And so like I was inspired by that. I was like, who needs the backgrounds? I could just make my shit all white, you know? And then there was another guy who would openly, like he would put his figures in badass poses, and he would just leave the stands there. Like he wouldn't even try and hide them. And I was like, I like that too. So if I make a picture and it's dynamic and stuff, I'm gonna keep the stand in there, fuck it. And so yeah, so on my toy page, most of the pictures are all white backgrounds and stuff. And then when people, I don't show too many people the page, but when they come back to me and they see it and they tell me, oh dude, it looks so professional with the white backgrounds and everything like that. And I'm like, yeah, thanks man, I appreciate that.
Yeah, you gotta look at the positive ones instead of the that's gay.
Yeah.
like what kind of even is that?
Yeah, because it's easy to leave a negative comment. It's nothing to you, you know.
Yeah.
But to realize something is better than you or something, and say, you know, that's good, it kills some people inside if they have the good high enough pride, you know.
Yeah, I mean the good comments should always mean a lot more to people, you know, than the negative ones. You know, the negative ones they're just not very consequential, really.
I don't think they're genuine anyway. Like I don't think they fully hate you or fully like despise what you're doing or fully dislike what you're doing, you know.
Did you get any that like affected you, like how it affected Ivan?
Oh yeah.
You know, sometimes they do get to me. You know what I mean? It's like nobody likes to be told that they suck what they're doing.
Yeah.
But
especially if you put all that you have into it, you know.
Yeah. And you know, like it'll maybe, you know, hurt for a little bit, but then, you know, I'll just go back to working on stuff anyways. You know, it's like regardless of whether anybody listens to this shit or not, it's like I just have to keep doing it anyway. So yeah, maybe, you know, maybe if what I am doing does suck or something like that, it's like at the end of the day, you know, it's like, well, I'm still making it anyway. You know what I mean? So you can either listen to it and like it, or, you know, you don't have to, and it's all good.
Yeah, it's not like they were the test audience. Like you didn't like make the album and secretly did like a test audience and be like, "Is it good, guys? Like, I don't know if I should like release it. Like, it's already out there, and you already like set in your own mind like this is my finished product."
Yeah. Well, you know, like sometimes I bounce things to a few people just to like get like a second opinion on it. Cause, you know, that's one thing that kind of sucks about not being like in a band when you're doing solo material and stuff like that. Like you're making them in a vacuum. Don't really have a second opinion right there and then. I mean,
that's crazy.
My girl Lauren, she helps out with that a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's like the second pair of ears to tell me if something needs fixing.
Yeah, she seems really creative too, bro.
Oh yeah, you want to plug her real quick?
Yeah, I mean, Lauren, she does art and stuff like that. I mean, her full name is you know, Lauren Krukenberg, and she does, you know, some badass paintings. She's improved a lot. I mean, you know, she started taking it more seriously within the past couple of years, and like the difference between those paintings when she started and now is like night and day. And you know, it's like me and her just push each other all the time.
Yeah, that's really good. Just having two creatives in this house, like this house in itself, like if you guys ever come here, like this shit's insane. like you can feel you can feel the creative energy just kind of flowing.
Yeah, I felt that shit. Yes, this is home.
Like it's just flowing. Like every time I looked somewhere, like there was always something new. Like I came in, I didn't even see the plants on the floor, and then I saw the plants. I'm like, whoa! Like I was looking up this whole time because it feels like an art room. And then like I'll plug you, your girlfriend, and both the bands, your solo project and Zach's Fair. I'll put them in the description if you guys want to check anything out.
Oh yeah, for sure. I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, you know, with that stuff, like I'm working on a second one right now. I'm almost done with it. I just have to finish recording all of the vocals and all the drums.
Mm-hmm.
I probably won't be doing CDs of that one just because the other one sold so poorly. You know what I mean? It's like I'm gonna have to.
That's the old school in you, huh?
I mean, I'm gonna have to feel more comfortable. You know, whether it's CD or vinyl is even bigger investment. So I'm gonna have to see a little bit more of a change before I can do anything like that.
Are you more of a cult follower?
Doctor Strange Records is they're expanding right now, so they're taking or buying people's like vinyls and CDs and stuff. If you're thinking about trying to give them some of that,
they're doing like a second location.
No, I think they're expanding the current one. I think they said that they're getting like 300 more feet, or like they're getting like a lot more. Like so, yeah, they're asking for everybody's CDs and vinyls. Like they're expanding genres as well.
Man, I've been meaning to go in there. I haven't been there in such a long time, and I like it there a lot.
Yeah. Oh, bro, it's like down the street from me now. I moved.
Yeah, you know, one time when I was going to Chafee, I walked all the way from there down over to to buy a vinyl, and I was like, oh man, yeah, like that was like I want to go again. I haven't been there since I've come back.
It's a great environment. Yeah. I remember I had this friend that at work that went there, and he asked for a certain album, and like he just had like this certain guy like usually has like a negative attitude around him. So the experience that he had there was like a negative one, and it's funny because I've never heard anybody else have a negative experience there.
I thought they talking about like the owner dude. I always thought that guy was pretty funny.
No, it was a friend from my work. He had like a negative experience there. I think it was because of the owner, because he asked for a certain album, and the owner like says something about the genre, and usually the guy's just funny, you know. Like if he says something, you don't take it.
You don't make fun of him too.
I'm pretty sure anybody in that store would have made fun of like that, but that's just because that's how the community kind of is. They just razz about each other, right? And so like I don't know why he just took it that way. It's just the negative energy this guy had. But like every other experience I've heard about it, it's all positive shit. But
I've never been there before, but it sounds cool.
Yeah, they also make shirts, so
the logo looks tight as fuck too.
Oh yeah. Doctor and then
I mean that place is a landmark, especially if you're into that kind of stuff, you know. Like,
oh yeah, every Friday they do like they get like new records in and shit, and they do like a live stream, and you could like call dibs on shit. Yeah. I remember he pulled out like I think I just asked him if he had like the Fiddler album, because I think he had it before, and he's like, no, but I could order it, blah blah blah, like on live stream. And I'm like, yeah, do it. He's like, yeah, I'll get that. And then the next live stream he pulled it out, and I was like, dibs. Yeah. I already had like dibs ready because he said that he'll get it by that Friday, so I was like.
He's locked in and shit?
Yeah, locked in, and somebody else did call dibs, but since I was the one who originally asked for it, he got it for me, and I was like,
Fiddler fan 1, 2, 3. They were like,
yeah. I saw what you wrote last week.
Now he's listening to his podcast, and now he's gonna leave a hate comment.
That should have been mine.
Yeah, I'm gonna dwell on it. What do you mean it's gay? But yeah, I did have another question about the like since we talked about it a bit, this question seems kind of like I want to ask it less, but I'll ask it anyway. So you know how Corey Taylor like is with Stone Sour and Slipknot, and then throughout the course of their careers, or his career, they kind of like mix sounds, like not mix sounds, but like the sound, you could tell like they influenced each other. Do you ever feel that with Never Forgiven and Saxford? Like, do you ever feel like your input like changes their sound in a way?
Well, I mean, you know what? For Disaster, there's going to be a new album coming out at the beginning of next month. stuff on it. You know, it's like we had to basically do what we could with that album because we weren't all together. We weren't all together to be able to record it, and Scott didn't have a very good situation with being able to record at that time. So what he did was he always records videos of himself playing the songs for reference, and we basically just made audio, you know, converted it into audio, and then just laid stuff down on top of it. So like I did the bass parts for that, and I came up with all the bass parts, and you know, like he gave me like lyrics and stuff like that, and I figured out how to sing them in each song and what lyrics go to what instrumental and all that.
Oh, so it really was like a whole collab type deal, like everyone's bouncing off each other.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Scott's always like the beginning of you know, he's always the one that like, you know, writes the riffs and that, and you know, it's like I do what I can to help out whenever there's stuff needed, because he's done a lot of bass lines for previous songs, you know, and we've had people come in the band and stuff like that, and whenever they, you know, if we have a bass player, we had to write all the stuff for the bass parts, you know what I mean, like at this point it'd probably be like over 100 songs of this acoustic stuff that he's made, so it's like, you know, half of them is me making up the stuff, and then the other half is him doing that stuff too, you know, so like, you know, like I've always had, you know, like that kind of input on there. You know, it's like whenever I've written my own songs, I usually set them aside for my own time.
Yeah. Like if there's like hardcore fans and stuff, they'd be like, "Oh man, Hernandez! Like, I could tell this is a Hernandez riff." Like, nah, this is more of a Scott.
I mean, the styles between us are different for sure. I guess, you know, there's like some similarities just based off of the finger picking alone, but our techniques are different, and then like the types of like vibes or feelings that we gravitate towards are a little bit different too.
Yeah.
I don't know, like I guess like my stuff is a little bit more. His stuff is like dark, and mine is more like happy, sad.
Happy, sad.
It's like you feel. It's like feeling both at the same time type of stuff.
I always like
that.
Always like happy, sad. Like Oliver Tree has like happy, sad. Like it's like a pop beat in the background. There's motherfuckers like talking about like depressing shit.
Yeah.
Like Oliver Tree's like such a fucking weirdo, bro. Like you don't expect them to be hit like with these bops and these.
Yeah, they sound
bops.
good.
He also has like this song that he got a Blink-182 song, and he kind of just like remixed it with his, and it's really good. It's on YouTube only though.
It's funny because like whenever I tell someone what my favorite band is, it's Waves, and then they go, oh, what kind of music is that? And like they're kind of like beach goth or whatever you want to call them, but it's like I don't really know how to label them, but I just tell them it's like they're singing really sad lyrics but really happily.
Yeah,
that's how the best way I can describe it.
That's my type of music, bro. Yeah. Like I want to feel good when I'm like with these songs, but also like I want to resonate with the songs as well, and that's what resonates.
Sadness.
Yeah. I'm like, damn, we all really are sad. Little dance moves in there.
How was Toying Disaster?
It was cool, you know. I did 4 different tours with them, and you know, a couple of them were like a month long. Like 2 of them were U.S. tours, so we got to see a whole bunch of different shit. You know, I mean, I'm not really entirely sure where to begin with it. I mean, most of it was just like seeing like cool or different types of things, like New Orleans, for instance. I didn't really know what to expect when I first went there, but like half of the city is a graveyard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like they got those old graveyards there.
Yeah, we heard from another friend that when they went over there, like you could just feel the change in vibes. Like you could really feel the energy shift.
Yeah. There's like a certain kind of like darkness to that place. You know, like there's positive vibes there too, because it's, you know, kind of like
people party. Yeah, there's party stuff.
But there's also like a darkness to it at the same time. You know, like that uneasy feeling that some shit could go off at any time.
Yeah.
Like I mean, most of the graveyards that are there are like old graveyards, like 1800s.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I heard like some of them even like because the place floods and shit. So like the
Bodies.
the graves, the bodies would move from one place to another. So cemeteries don't even have bodies in them.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. So, I mean, we were like one time they told us that somebody fucking got shot up in a club. Like some guy got sprayed with bullets at a club that
like 5 minutes ago.
yeah, like we were like staying at like we were staying at this one place nearby, and like they told us about that.
Mm-hmm.
Like just within like that last like half an hour just before we got there.
Dead ass.
Yeah.
And you just go inside and you're like, can we get like a discount? No, we'll still stay here. But like, they're like, no, we're done with guns here. We let the last guy have a gun.
Yeah, there was this other situation too that was kind of cool. It was in New York. We were in Brooklyn and we were playing at this place called St. Vitus, and this one guy was there like since before the show started, like way before, and he was kind of like quiet and he was kind of like off in like in a corner, but he kept on looking at us all through the night. And at the end of the show, he was outside while we were loading right in front of the door, and he was just kind of like still looking at us, not in a bad way. He wasn't like scowling, but he was like just kind of like looking at us, and he was like holding some stuff, and I was wondering like,
does he want like a signature?
Is this it?
Is this it? Is this the moment?
Well, I mean, I was just wondering like if like does this guy like speak English or anything?
Mm-hmm.
So I go up to him and I'm like, because he's brown.
He felt inviting.
He was a brown dude, and so I went up to him and I started speaking to him in Spanish.
Yeah.
I didn't think he expected us to speak for me to speak Spanish.
Okay.
So right when I started, he like lit up and he started speaking to me in Spanish.
Yeah.
He was from El Salvador.
Oh, okay.
Or no, Guatemala.
Oh, my ancestors.
Yeah.
Watermelons.
And like he told me that he wanted to have us sign some stuff, but he just didn't know how to
go about it.
How to ask us,
Oh, real quick, was he small?
He was a little bit shorter.
I keep hearing like from a bunch of people that people from Guatemala are just like short in stature in general, and it's funny because like my family from over there is actually the opposite. They're pretty tall. Like my aunts, they're taller than my dad. Like,
freaking nature, maybe.
Yeah. So it's just funny. Like
I can't really say shit about somebody being short.
Yeah.
I'm short myself.
I'm from all the way up here. Be looking down.
I'll pick your shin.
I'm a 5-foot monolith. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. But go on. Like you guys signed his stuff, like all of you. Or?
Yeah. And he was really happy and grateful for that. He told me he had been. I think he said he was from New Jersey, and he had been taking buses for like 3 hours to get there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
To see you guys specifically?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because we were headlining that night, so he went to see us specifically because he had like his old records, Scott's old records for him to sign.
That's sick.
Mm-hmm. And then we played there again a year later, and he showed up with his friends.
Oh, he got more.
And like like they were all speaking Spanish.
They're all
like. It was like, we were like long lost family and shit. We were all like,
you guys want to go see Sassford? Nah, I don't know. How are we even gonna ask him for an autograph? Do I have a story to tell you?
That sounds really fucking cool, man.
Yeah.
It was fun, man. Like they were all really cool, And I don't know, man. If I ever end up going back out there, I hope to see him again. His name's Bravo.
That's
I don't know if he's gonna hear it, but
I like Johnny.
John,
I
Johnny
don't know
Bravo.
if he'll hear this, but just in case, like shouts out to Bravo, man. He was sick.
Yeah, nice. Listen to this, Bravo. Listen to the podcast. I'll make sure to hashtag it. He probably follows the hashtags.
Hashtag Bravo listen to podcast.
Yeah, he's looking at the hashtags for Zasper and then he sees his name on it. What?
I guess, one last story, I guess. I tell this one quite often, actually. It was, we were playing in Denver. You know, like, the way that the venue was set up was at the green room or whatever, where, you know, all the bands go to, like, just put their stuff there and just stay in there if they want to. This one in particular was in the basement, so it was like a long hallway as a basement. And, you know, it's like we were chilling there before the show started and all that. And, you know, it's like we play the show and everything like that and we're done. I go back in there to grab my stuff, and nobody else is supposed to be there besides the bands. But I walk in there, and all of a sudden, like, there's like a bunch of random people in there, you know, and like I have all my personal belongings in there. I don't like to take that stuff up on me on stage. So like I'm like running over because I've left all my shit at the end of this basement hallway thing. So like I try to get past all these people because it's narrow, so everybody's like shoulder to shoulder with each other.
They're like, hey man, we're all gonna steal shit at our own pace. You don't have to hurry up.
But one of the guys goes up to me. This is the reason why they were down there, by the way. He goes up to me with like a little like makeup thing. You know, like the little claspy makeup mirror things, the handheld ones. Yeah, and he opens it, and he's got cocaine in there.
Oh, I deadass thought you were gonna do like that like movie thing where they like open it up and they're like actually powder you up, like get you ready for stage and shit.
Powder them up,
yeah,
it's
but it's a different type.
Than that.
Yeah, it's a different type of powdering.
Yeah. Like he opens it up and he's like, "Hey man, you want some?" And I'm like, "Nah, dude, get out of my way. I'm trying to get to my shit." So like I grab all my stuff and you know I'm like scrambling to get out of there. We all are because it's just a weird vibe down there now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like all of them are just like doing bumps off of this mirror.
That he has mirror.
This is pre-COVID. Obviously.
I wonder what happened after or during. I mean,
they did the same thing.
Yeah.
Some didn't make it.
Like we're packing up all of our stuff, and this guy that offered me this shit he makes his way up to the front where we're packing all of our shit, and we were touring with this singer-songwriter girl, and he starts like flirting with her or whatever. He brought a date to that show.
Oh, what?
And she's standing right next to him. And he
the
like
huevos.
Yeah, apparently
That's the coke.
Yeah, apparently he starts like flirting with them, and they're like they point her out, and you know she's like, "Hey, isn't that your girl?" And he's like, "Oh no, that's just like my sister."
God damn.
But you were making out for 5 minutes ago.
Bro.
Yeah.
No respect, bro.
He's like, from what I heard, like the girl just put her head down. She was like all disappointed and shit. Like that was just a
bro. That's just cringe, bro. That's like.
For some reason, every time I'm in Denver, there just happens to always just be like cocaine there.
Hey, bro, it's always snowing over there.
It's snowing in Denver.
Yeah,
it's always snowing in Denver. That's their motto.
Maybe it's just those experiences that I've had there, but I don't get a good vibe from that city, man. Like, it's kind of like New Orleans, but without the positive vibe to it.
Yeah, basically. Well, it's because they can't have those like fucking street parties. Where they can't have them over there.
Can't release it.
Yeah, they can't. Oh yeah, they can't release all that positive energy outside. They have to be inside, coked up. But didn't they recently have like an In-N-Out open over there? Yeah, I think Colorado got an In-N-Out. No, it's funny because like they opened and I think for like the first whole week they've had like the longest line, the line like stretched to like another city, like and motherfuckers were waiting in the snow, like just normal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, IKEA, I don't blame them.
Yeah.
If it's a good deal,
but you know what it is though? Like, remember how I said it was the consistency? Mm-hmm. They don't know the consistency. They're there to get the beginning started. Like they eat it and they're like, I waited in line for this.
I love In-N-Out and stuff like that, but you know, it's like there's only so much that I would wait in line for.
Yeah. And plus, I already waited in line for In-N-Out already, so.
Yeah, the line is inevitable. I feel like for any place, but if you have to wait like more than like half an hour.
Oh yeah. Just go to a restaurant.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, motherfucking restaurants will tell you to wait an hour in general, so you just go there.
And you're being side-seated too.
Yeah.
Like I came over because I'm hungry already. Like
that's true. Like I don't plan being hungry.
Like I don't want to wait like 3 hours for a burger.
Like, all right, so I
got. Ate us up already. You're not even hungry anymore.
It's so funny how people say that. Yeah, your stomach eats itself.
It does though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. But I mean, like the way that they make it sound is like, oh, what's happening? I'm done. What happened? My stomach has finally eaten.
It still does a black hole in the
yeah,
middle.
It's like it's just like it's
something around it. Yeah.
Just, nurse, what happened? His stomach is gone. What do you mean? It ate itself.
Oh no.
Yeah. Good thing we have these spare stomachs.
Perhaps not that literal.
Yeah. And there's a mouth inside your stomach.
No.
Yeah, is that dumb?
It's going to the large intestine.
Yeah. Fucking noodles. But I digress. I wanted you guys all told a story about Enrique, and I was just wanting to tell mine. So there was this remember how I told you guys about the vibes with System of a Down? I would walk. It was those nights, or not nights. It was those days in Fontana where the whole thing was gloomy. There was a nice mist of rain, but not rain. Like it was like a nice little drizzle, and then just the vibe of it is amazing. So and I miss them because I don't think Fontana has them anymore. But I would walk in it, and then there was this one day where I was with Enrique, and we were walking away from a house, and he had like a cigarette and everything, and he was like, "Oh, you want a hit?" I'm like, "All right," and I was just like, kind of like pretending it. I was like in my mouth, and I give it back to him, and he's like, "You're supposed to put it in your lungs." And I'm like, yeah. He added it back, yeah. So I actually was smoking after it, because it's like fuck. He caught me immediately.
That's fucking funny.
He's just watching you.
Yeah, he's like watching me do it, and then like
He probably only did that because you said yes to begin with.
yeah, basically. Yeah. Well, I mean, like I don't know. I was different back then. I would like just do shit just because it was happening. So. We walked, and I think we walked to. I don't think we went to you, but we went to like Walmart area, because I remember us walking there. I don't remember where the day led to or anything, and I barely even remember how it started. But that whole interaction of that and us just like walking, like it replays in my head, like especially during gloomy days. I'm like, man, that's a vibe. I don't remember what music was playing. It was just the vibe of us just chilling with a stogie in that winter time. I don't even like smoking.
We got smoking stogie while I was weaning.
When?
While I was weaning. When it rained again.
Oh
We were smoking
yeah. Let's take another break. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome
Yeah,
back.
speaking about backs though, we were talking about a lot of backstory stuff here. So we're at a down note. We're gonna try to bring it up though.
Was there anything else to add?
Let's talk about the song that you showed us.
Oh yeah.
You want to talk about the new stuff, or you want to keep it silent?
Yeah, I mean, I'll talk about it a little bit at least. I mean, I don't want to, put out too much right now.
Yeah.
Just
We won't say the lyrics and stuff.
Just get them a little hype.
Yeah. So, I mean, the first album that I did, which is also the last one from right now, it was mostly acoustic and stuff like that. While there's still going to be some like elements of that in this new one, I'm trying to take it in a little bit more of like going back to like what I started off wanting to do, which is like more rock oriented stuff. So distorted guitars and all that type of shit. And it's like I wanted to make like a new record that would be easier to translate to like a live situation. It's gonna be kind of difficult to play any of those songs off of that first one, just because it's like you really have to like buckle down and concentrate hard on playing, just technically some of that stuff. So this one's a little bit. It's just it's just gonna be
More free.
yeah. It's easier to play than some of the other stuff, but I still wanted to keep it to a certain level of complexity, I guess. But
More you.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like I already have like a title worked out for it and everything, and the last one was called Fontana. This one is going to be called Here Now, Gone Soon.
That's it.
And that's dark.
Yeah, I mean it's meant to be in a couple different ways. You know what I mean?
I see the vision.
Yeah, I Angel likes these visions, but also like very relatable from the first track that we heard.
Oh yeah, this is the opening lyrics for
You know, again, you know, I don't want to put too much out there yet, you know, because
Hush, hush.
top secret.
Yeah, you know, it's like I just want it to come out of nowhere.
Let's start building up the hype.
Yeah, you know, I'll talk about it a little bit for that, but other than that, I just don't want to get too into it yet.
Yeah,
but
because it's not going to be released anytime soon, no?
I still have to figure out a plan. I mean, I have to finish recording the drums and some of the vocals still. But
So this is like alpha. We're in alpha right now. Alpha sounds great. So I mean, if it gets worked on a little bit more,
yeah,
like I don't know how much better the great can be.
Yeah, the one that I showed you guys, I think is pretty much done. I might tweak out the mixing of it a little bit more, but you know, like all the stuff is recorded for that one already.
Yeah.
I just have to finish up the rest of them. When I already have them all written and I already have all the guitar and bass stuff already done for them. You know, like the songs themselves are written. It's just finishing the recording of it. So yeah, like once I get all that done, then I can worry about when it'll come out. I want to do it before a certain time, because if I do it like September or before, that'll be 3 albums that I've done in the last year.
Is that Is that good or is that bad for you?
I think it's good. I want to keep it going. I want something to brag about.
That's right. Get that body count.
Yeah, you know, there'll be 2 solo albums and the one with Zaster coming out in July. So like,
just like proof of work.
You know,
be like Bones, grow that discography.
That's true. That's huge ass discography.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so big, dog, that because I like to listen to a artist or a band's whole discography as I start to listen to them. And so when I started listening to Bones, like I started from the beginning, and then you know I felt like I listened to other bands' music more, you know, or artists. But at the end of the year, Spotify told me that my number 1 played artist was Bones, just because of how much shit he had. Because I went through each album.
Yeah, man, I like Bones. I haven't listened to a whole lot of his stuff in a while, but it was a good long while where I was like into it a lot. I think the last one that I was really into that I checked out of his was the paid programming too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, before that I was like keeping up with every release and everything.
Yeah, I Feel Like Dirt. I think that's the one that has the one with the music video. It's on A Sight for Sore Eyes, where he's Jesus. That's like my favorite song from him.
Yeah,
It's fucking amazing.
My favorite shit that he used to do back then was like, you know, he would do the rapping stuff, and that was cool and everything, you know, like I like rap and all that, but my favorite stuff that he used to do were like those like
melodic stuff,
vaporwave
yeah,
things that he
I
sings.
know what you're talking about, yeah.
He has a lot of that in his new stuff now too. Yeah,
it's good.
It's more melodic, more vaporwavy too.
I'm gonna have to check that out, because that was like my favorite shit. I was disappointed when he didn't do that no more. I mean, he always kind of sang, but he kind of got away from that 80s sounding vibe to it. But yeah, like that was my favorite stuff. Like he has one on the original pay programming called Rotating Bed. Like that was like one of my favorite songs of his.
Yeah, that's one of my brothers too. Like all that kind of like that sound similarity.
Speaking of, your brother's fucking dope.
Oh, you listen?
Yeah, I remember I had messaged you like about a year ago when I listened to some of his stuff. He's good, man.
Yeah.
He's really good.
He just released that album not too long ago too.
Shout out
sick.
for Samsonite.
Oh yeah, he's even I just let him do it when he does it.
Also, what a name.
Yeah, for Samsonite.
And I was pretty lost with all that bone stuff that you guys were saying, but you guys mentioned vaporwave, and I'm like, oh, maybe I will listen to it then. Maybe I will listen to it on the right back.
Yeah, he's got some.
Yeah, he has some hits.
Yeah, some definite stuff out there. I mean, he has a few other ones. There's one called like The Great Snowfall of '82. I think that was like a Dead Boy album or something.
I think so. Yeah.
That was a really good one. That type of thing.
That's funny. That's something like Panic at the Disco type fucking naming.
Yeah. All his albums and his song titles are all smushed together.
Yeah, there's
Like,
no spaces.
there's no spaces.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
It
funny.
reminds me of Discord.
Each word is just capitalized.
I know some people type like that, and it's like, how did that happen? like what happened in your life when you were just like, I'm not gonna space anymore? Like spacing takes up so much time. I'm just
space take up too much space.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know what album is really good? Garbage.
I think I
Nah,
did.
that one's garbage.
That's the one. It's like blue and green. It's like.
It's got him like sitting on like it's like an outdoor photo, and he's like next to like a dumpster or something like that. And he's got like that VHS static line running across his face or some shit.
That aesthetic is just like it hits
Oh,
everything.
you know love his music videos.
Yeah,
that's
he
really
put
well.
that to the forefront, man.
Yeah, he used to do like an old video camera.
Yeah,
he does.
It wasn't even effect. It was his old video camera.
Oh yeah, I think Lace does the
Practical
same thing.
effects.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
And in Bones interviews, he'll show you like his camera, and like he's like, yeah, you can just pick this up anywhere, and you can get some really good, nice quality footage with this kind of camera right here. Yeah. That's like,
Yeah.
I mean, that just like added so much more to it.
yeah, for real, yeah, it's fucking tight.
It's home videos, bro.
The Cypher Store, aren't you a Cypher Stories video? It's not like that, but it's still my favorite video, just because like.
It's nostalgic.
Yeah, kind of at this point, yeah, it is because it came out in 2019. But like, just the fact that he walks out and like, he's dressed like Jesus, and he has like a pope kind of, and his hair is really long, and you can't really see his face too much. But like, he walks out and then everyone starts praising him and shit, and then like, he just looks really fucking cool. And it's kind of gets funny to the end because like there's this one guy sitting in the stands in the bleachers in the church, and he's just like measuring the street up there. He looks kind of funny, and he finally goes up there and he's like,
Fucking the Gibby from iCarly. I found out he has a YouTube channel called Sad World.
Is he like a musician now or something?
No, it's like really cringy type of like vaporwave like shit. It's like a 2-minute video.
It's cringy.
It's like
Yeah.
edits, so what?
It's like
6
if
minutes?
it's like if Lacefield turned his videos like 2 and 11, like
Turn it down too much.
like all the way. Like he broke the knob off.
Oh, we're back to one.
Yeah, so like it's
so he
like
doesn't do the music and then he just takes it and like puts visuals on it or something.
no, he doesn't do music. Like there are skits basically.
Oh,
So
skits.
yeah, there's skits, but like they're all vaporwave, and like there's like a beat in the background, and he's just like he walks into his story. He's like, "I'm robbing you," and then the guy's like, it just looks weird. Like everything like. It's as if he visually gave me shrooms.
You took like, the trip?
Yeah, like that. Yeah, it's like I was watching this and through my fucking optic lenses absorbed like
shrooms?
fucking like acid right into my fucking eyes.
Your Wi-Fi?
Yeah, and I'm like, am I tripping? Yeah,
Is
like
this a trip?
Yeah, is this a trip? Yeah, with the butterfly. Yeah. Is this a trip? Yeah, bro, that shit's weird, and it's like only like 2 minutes, and it's like it doesn't look like Gibby. It looks like a middle-aged old man. There's this scene where he has like a kid. It's called Candy, and he's a kid that doesn't have eyeballs, and he starts off the video eating the eyeballs. And
stay away from my eye holes.
You should have just ate shrooms.
Yeah.
That's
the thing. Yeah, and it's funny too because like people in the comment section are like, oh, so this is what he's doing instead of the revival. Nice.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah.
He's got to focus on his own shit,
man.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of positive vibes in those comments, and it's like go ham.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, I really wanted to talk about that because it's tricked me out. I fucking I don't think I had another question.
I told all my questions.
Thanks for answering our questions.
Yeah, I tried.
Yeah.
Do you believe in ghosts? Do you believe in ghosts?
In ghosts? No, not really. When it comes to stuff like spirits and I'm pretty secular, or about that type of stuff. Like I'm not really too much of a spiritual guy.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't think yourself a spiritual?
Not really. Like
Well, I feel that spiritually.
It's like, you know, whenever I think about stuff like spirits and things like that, I usually, you know, it's like when people talk about one spirit, I usually think about it like as like, you know, inner like emotions and, you know, fears, desires and things like that, more than I do like a specific energy.
Like that's just who this guy is.
Yeah, I don't really think about it like as like, you know, like ghosts type of thing, you know what I mean? So
What about like energies? Not even as energies?
You vibe with auras?
Auras? Yeah. Or us.
definitely.
Yeah. Auras or us.
Yeah, I mean, I guess to some extent, you know what I mean? It's like people will put out specific energies and stuff like that depending on just the type of person that they are and like their emotions at that time and all that. You know, it's like, you know, I can pick up on whether somebody is like sad or angry or whatever. You know what I mean?
Nothing.
I mean, I just don't really think that there's like, you know, oh, like this person right here has like a purple aura around them type of thing. You know what I mean? It's like that's not necessarily what I think. I mean, the only one that's got the purple aura is that guy right there.
Yeah. That's funny. Pointing out a Prince poster. It just looks like he looked straight at me. But like,
The red guy from the ramen place we went to.
oh yeah.
We went to this ramen place, and then there's like this red statue dude that's like that with shades on, or something like that.
He's like literally leaning in.
Yeah.
And he's like abstract too, so it's like
Yeah. And Angel was like, don't look directly at him. And I was like, why not? He's like, he's gonna come for you or some shit. I was like, oh fuck.
Come alive.
Yeah, steal your soul.
Fucking swear up, fool.
Yeah.
You wanna go body?
Damn, red guy got
He's in the
hands.
bathroom.
Yeah.
That one wash the door.
Yeah. 1 minute. 1 full minute of bodies in the bathroom.
He's like, I'm statue fool. Let's
I'm
go.
statue. Damn, statue got hands. But yeah, I'm definitely getting hungry now that you're talking about it though.
Yeah, I'm hungry now.
Yeah.
Want to end it here?
I ain't shit today.
You didn't eat anything today? You got anything that's around you?
I ate 2 Pop-Tarts.
Plenty of stuff around here.
Because you swing in the middle?
Yeah.
Ooh. Is it like a walk or?
No.
Yeah, I thought so.
we can all ride together though. I think that car's big enough.
You drink Shasta cream soda?
Yeah, mainly my girl, but you know I'll have one every now and again.
Okay.
I never tried cream soda before until like I think a couple weeks ago. But I tried Faygo, and they're pretty bomb. It was my first time trying a Faygo too, and it was delicious.
That's funny. We like recently talked about the Faygo cream soda, and now here's Salsa cream soda. Yeah.
I never tried that yet. So
It's you know what, it's better than I thought it was. Out of all the diet ones, I think I like that one the best, just because like all the other flavors are just really like
Shasta?
interesting. It's kinda, like the grapefruit one that's like a diet one. That shit tastes like soap. It tastes like
Because Shasta already
I
says
wouldn't believe
diet.
that. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. But
they're orange smacks.
Yeah, the orange
orange
snack.
snack.
I like the
Punch is
cola.
really
I
good.
like the cola. It reminds you of the mangoes and stuff.
I like their ginger ale.
Do they have a pineapple?
And
Yeah,
I never
Yeah,
yelled
they
at
sure
it.
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't you post a Shasta Cola on your story the other day?
Yeah, I told you I fuck with cola.
Yeah, I was
I
surprised.
told you, Coca-Cola.
Hey, do you still fuck with Mountain Dew as much as you used to?
Not as much because I've been drinking less and eating less, so my stomach can't get used to it. Because this is a lot of caffeine
He's
and
on my
sugar.
diet,
I
dude.
remember
Now.
we used to take that
Yeah.
2 liter to school every day.
Hell yeah.
Take a lot of shit to school.
But
Oh,
you
yeah.
I still have a 24 pack in my house.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, you know, I remember when we were going to school and stuff like that, we'd be in the locker room and you would have like some
You want one?
I don't know if I'm allowed to say it.
No, I told that story, but
Oh yeah, the
yeah,
machete.
yeah, I remember I told a story
Yeah.
about the machete I took to school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had
That's what I'm
one
saying.
that you used to take.
Yeah, I had a Bowie knife, and then I had the pirate knife,
Yeah, like one time
and the
I was
pocket knives,
thinking,
just regular pocket knives.
Yeah, I just had the regular pocket knives. I didn't go ham.
yeah, one time I was thinking about it and I was like, you know what? Like, that was really fucked up. He had knives at school.
Like,
that was fucked up. I was telling
Like,
you,
he
I
had
was like,
weaponry.
I walked past the security guard. I was like, how did you let me do that? Like,
The security guard's like,
because I
so
walked
he
out of
takes out a
class.
machete, gets like a ruler, and like goes up. He's like, all right,
Yeah, mixed size.
yeah, here you go.
It's pretty decent size. It's good.
Yeah, decent size,
This
man.
is TSA approved.
Yeah. He's like, trust me, I used to work for it. Yeah, back in 19... Where are you going? Yeah.
Well, then again, I used to take that bullet out to school. They didn't trip about that.
I remember we got caught up with the bullet.
Oh,
ball.
yeah, some people did get tripped out about it.
Yeah.
Bro, I brought a shirt with... It was
Yeah,
a
it was
Halo
Halo.
shirt. It was a Halo fucking shirt with a fake gun on it, and they told me to take it off.
So,
I bought.
I'm like, this gun's not even real.
Yeah, 'cause
Like, this does not
It's
exist.
make believe.
Yeah, it
But
is
then,
a video
but then
game.
at the same time, you used to have that Cannibal Corpse shirt.
Yeah.
The wretched spawn. I remember you used to fucking...
oh yeah, that
all
shirt.
the
That was
girls
in
in class used to look at you like, fucking...
Yeah, like, is that what birth is
It
like?
was a shirt I swapped with Enrique with for
Yeah, it
like
was
a week or
Enrique's.
two. Yeah.
Yeah.
We all had that shirt.
Yeah,
Enrique
we all wore that,
passed it
yeah.
on to me at one point. You know, that's just crazy. I drew that shit too.
Yeah, you drew it
Yeah,
there.
that's
Just like,
dope. Do you still have
oh,
it?
it was a
I do have that
masterpiece.
drawing.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I remember I had a Rose Funeral shirt that said "God, you bullshit liar" on the back.
Yeah, that's the one he liked. That's the one I traded with him too.
Yeah.
I still have that shit.
I got that one from Gary.
It's funny how like
Yeah.
we had that like those years that the designs were basically like, let's just say like curse words in big font.
Yeah.
I
Or it was just
love
like,
that shit.
let's just piss people off.
That's just pissing me off.
And-
And then there's a shirt that says let's piss people off.
It was crazy because I would wear it to Fohi and there was no problems. And then when I went to AB, like I couldn't walk through the gate with it. Like I had to hide it. Like I had to like hide it somehow. with my
Like they think
backpack.
they're so fucking high and mighty.
I bought like a Mountain Dew logo shit, but it didn't say Mountain Dew. It said Mountain
Dew me.
Yeah, Mountain Dew me.
Yeah.
And then he's like,
we all wore that shit just
Yeah,
because.
we all wear that shit.
yeah, the fool passed by me. He looked at it. He laughed. He said, "You just gotta take that off." I was like, "You laughed."
You laugh. I gave you a smile.
Yeah, that doesn't
You
count.
forfeit that.
Yeah, that
You
doesn't count.
forfeit.
We have no authority.
You forfeit your right of authority over me.
Yeah.
And my Mountain Dew me shirt.
No, I have the power.
Angel didn't even lend out his shirts. We kind of just took them.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where like it
Our
was
wardrobes are mixed, bro.
yeah, me, Angel, Gallo, Joey, and Lacefield. We all took a picture together.
Yeah, I
and
had
then
my shirts
we're
on.
all wearing Angel shirts. It's fucking funny, and it wasn't intentional.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And one of them is lost to this day. And one of them always lies
Hey,
about
that
it.
blue one looks dope
Joey-
as fuck.
Joey
I
likes
want
it,
that
though.
one. Where is that one?
Oh, shit.
I don't remember the band for it.
Those are some cool pictures too. I think there's one where like Angel. I think it's Angel sitting on
Yeah,
the
Angel
couch,
sitting-
Oh, yeah.
and we're all cuddling
Yeah.
around
Yeah,
him.
and I was like, yeah, he's my homie.
Yeah. The old like what is it, like Star Wars, He-Man, like the protagonist sitting in the middle of the lady going up to him.
Yeah, and then Juan was Skeletor at that time too. So yeah.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have had cool shirts at the time.
That's
That's
what
the
it
problem.
was.
That was the problem.
That's
That was
too
your
much
fault.
drip. All my
Too much
swag.
drip, yeah.
Too much
Yeah,
drip.
yeah, your drip was like fucking. It wasn't even drip anymore. That shit was like a broken faucet. It was just
just
fucking
leaking out.
spraying everywhere.
That ski mask song,
Oh, wait, Fozzie,
Failure.
yeah.
Yeah, faucet failure. That's what it is. Yeah.
That's exactly how it was.
Hey, bro, I love that song though.
Yeah,
Fucking
it's great, yeah.
throw the clapping in it, like when you hear that clapping,
It just hypes you up on.
that's hype, bro. That's hype.
Makes you think of some cheeks.
That's
too.
them
It's like,
cheeks.
Yeah.
That's them nuts on the cheeks.
I'm pretty sure it was that album. I was like it was like around early 2019. Me, Angel, and another friend were drinking, and then I was sad. I was on some sad boy hours, and so I was already really drunk. And then I ditched them and walked to Denny's, and then I was drunk as fuck, and I bought a burger, like a veggie burger, and I just ate it right there. And then when I got out the Denny's, I was like on Foothill and Cedar. And it was like 3 a.m. in the morning, and I'm just like dancing down the fucking street, walking home. Like, it was fucking funny to me. Even as I was drunk, I was like, this is funny.
He was doing that Joker.
Oh,
Dude,
no.
oh shit. Yeah, it was. I pretty much was. But yeah, I was listening to Ski Masks.
That's what me and
I
Sam
remember
were
that shit.
friends. He's a Joker. Sounds like she's smoking a blunt. I was like,
You down for shrooms right now, Hernandez? Well, what was that thing that Joe Rogan
I need
said?
food.
Like, man, that's crazy. Have you done DMT?
Yeah.
It's just
I said, let's get some food.
I say we get some food. We end the podcast right here.
The podcast.
The podcast.
Yeah.
This is Angel G.
Gallo V.
I know.
And Chris H.
Any socials you want to plug in? Right here?
Yeah. So I have my personal one, which I use for the band stuff. It's never_forgiven_13. And mind if I just plug my girl's one?
Go for it.
Do all of them, bro. This is your time.
This is your episode.
Yeah. And my girl's Instagram is it's Crooked Burger, but it's with K. It's KROOKED, and then burger all together. And like my solo project is called Never Forgiven, and I hope to be able to put out an album soon.
Let's support our local artists. Yeah, even if you're not local, just support.
Support your homies.
I've noticed that we actually have people like in Bangladesh, India. Like it's like less than 1%, but it's still like a bunch of like these like places I never thought I would see in our listens, like right there. So
Bangladesh.
shout out to all you guys that are not. Yeah, shout out to everyone who's not in America that's listening to us. Like even if it was like for 5 seconds, that shit's dope.
Mad respect.
Also, what a coinky dink. Your social's Never Forgiven 13, and it's the 13th episode.
Yeah.
I know you said 1-3, and I was like, it's trying to connect to something.
Yeah, it's
previously in the podcast, and I couldn't connect it.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for listening to the Fools Podcast, where you could be a fool
And not fool yourself.
Stay blessed.